What unhealthy food is healthier than people think? Most of you just stick to the recommended serving size. Pizza can actually be rather healthy if you make it from scratch yourself rather than buy it. If you add toppings like chicken or vegetables can help as well. Coffee. It's generally what and how much you put in it that makes it unhealthy. Dietetics and nutrition student intern here. And my pick is frozen vegetables. There are many people who say fresh produce is the way to go. But many times they are picked before they are ripe to be shipped to the grocery store. Frozen vegetables, on the other hand, are picked at peak ripeness, so they tend to have higher concentrations of antioxidants and other micronutrients, other than those that are destroyed by heat when thawed. That would be found in less amounts in fresh produce. So if you can't get your produce locally, frozen vegetables are a great option and they last a long time. Always check labels for added ingredients, but most of the time it's just the vegetable. Potatoes. Most folks love to fry their potatoes or otherwise eat them with large amounts of things like butter, cheese, bacon, and sour cream, while still not the most nutritious veggie in terms of vitamins and minerals. A simple plain baked potato is under 200 calories and is fantastic for helping big eaters feel fuller with smaller meals. Chips and salsa is considered junk food by many, but really it's just the chips that are usually unhealthy. Salsa is usually really healthy, especially homemade because it usually has no sugar. Salsa snobs, if you need a recipe, try replacing the chips with something healthy. Thin cucumber slices with a little bit of salt works really well. Popcorn. Please say chips. Please say chips. Please say chips. Chocolate. I've heard fat isn't actually that bad for you. Sugar's the real unhealthy ingredient, not fat. Popcorn by itself, it's just low-calorie carbs and air. GMO food. GMOs are a tool, not an end result. Gluten. People literally have no reason not to eat gluten. It is just protein that comes from wheat. For some reason everyone thinks they have a gluten intolerance now, which is so stupid it hurts my brain. It sucks for actual celiacs too, because often gluten-free does not guarantee that it's safe for them to eat. Because stupid restaurants will prepare the GF dough on the same workspace as they prepare the normal dough. Pretty much anything. Nothing is really massively unhealthy. They all have calories, fats, sugar, etc. It's all about how much of it you have. Eating a couple of biscuits every day isn't a major issue. Eating an entire pack is. Eggs. They are high in nutrients and protein. Many people are convinced they are bad for you because they contain quite a bit of cholesterol. But they raise HDL, the good type of cholesterol that's also in fruits and vegetables. The bad cholesterol, LDL, is found in breads, butter, etc. Not all types of cholesterol are bad, and some people don't know that. Basmati rice. For a white rice it has a glycemic index of 50 to 58 for whole grain rice. For comparison, brown rice has glycemic index of 68. Carrots. I have had two very large people tell me I needed to be careful with carrots because they have so much sugar. I don't think I ever saw either of them with a carrot. Soda? Yeah. Candy? Yeah. Carrots? Nope. Donuts? Have you seen how many of them are in a can of Coke? They must be super healthy. Burgers. McDonald's may be pure poison, but if you make them at home, there's a lot of healthy ingredients in it. Pizza. A well-made pizza has all your major food groups in it, along with lots of fresh vegetables. Full-fat milk got crucified in the low-fat wars, which were based on ignorance anyway. Also, butter versus margarine. Butter is way better. Psilocybin. Isn't Taco Bell one of those surprisingly healthy for what it is junk foods? Wine. In small doses though. I can't remember which childhood TV show said it, maybe Slim Goodbody, but pizza. It contains all of the basic food groups. A homemade hamburger with fiber-rich bread, vegetables, good quality meat, and actual cheese is a pretty good meal. It's just because of these huge low-quality piles of pure unhealthiness sold by low-paid workers at dirty McDonald's it's considered junk food. A lot of people act like potatoes are the devil because they think of them in the context of fries or covered in added stuff. A medium-sized potato is a wonderful, versatile addition to many meals and is quite filling. A lot of nights when I'm too lazy to cook, I'll just microwave one, put a dash of olive oil on whatever seasonings catch my eye on it. People confusing energy content with how healthy the food is. The two can be related, but are not the same. McDonald's. It has lettuce. Armchair nutritionists are my favorite. I'll go ahead and say high-fat foods are nearly as unhealthy as people believe. We think that high-fat foods make you fat because of the name. Lipids are calorically dense, but they're also filling, and I find I eat more calories from the bread group than from fats. Pretty much all the time. Taco Bell. It is actually one of the healthiest fast food chains around. They have recently reduced all sodium in food by 15%, aiming for 25% in the future. I've always grown up hearing people talk about how Taco Bell gives them the shits, but honestly, after 10 plus years of eating their food, I've never experienced it. Well, I do know that Big Macs are healthier than McDonald's salads. Shawarma. People that shawarma is unhealthy, but real, it's one of healthiest fast food. In shawarma are many vegetables and some meat if you want meat. It is more healthy than hot dogs or hamburgers or French fries. MSG. It's fine in moderation, similar to salt. MSG. Mac and cheese. I always saw it as the absolute unhealthiest of unhealthy food, but my dietitian told me it's actually fine for you. In moderate amounts, of course. It gives you carbs, protein, fats, and tastes good too. I like to mix in some peas and cubed chicken with mine too, and that makes it even better for you. Plain potato chips. They are a little high in salt and a little high in fat. Manageably high though. Steak, chips. If you make them at home, they are nowhere near as bad for you compared to when you go to a restaurant or takeaway. Everything if you don't give a shit. A full Christmas lunch. All Christmas food from snacks to the mains with all the trimmings has 0 calories. It's just science. Mayonnaise. The good kind. It's just egg and good fats. Most fried foods don't have any extra fat than when they went in the fryer, as long as they were cooked correctly. Frying is just an efficient way to force moisture out of something from all directions at once with even heat. It's when the food crosses the line from crispy to greasy, soggy that it starts retaining oil. Until that point, the escaping moisture prevents oil from getting in. Sugary foods. In fact, most overtly unhealthy foods are not that bad for you in and of themselves. How many times have you gone to a restaurant and watched your whole family eat 1,000 plus calories of food in one sitting, but then skip the dessert menu because, oh no, I can't have sugar? Yes, you can have sugar. You're just not supposed to have heaps of sugar all the damn time. The dessert is not your problem, your diet is your problem. The creme brulee never did a damn thing to you. Salt. You pee the salt you don't need. That said, you can overdose on it, but salt deficiency is actually a bigger problem than salt overdose. Air-popped popcorn if you don't add tons of butter, oil, or salt. Guinness beer. It has lower calories than most other beers. My mom always let us have cotton candy since it's actually only a TSP of sugar. Approximately 4 grams. AKA a lot less sugar than most other treats at the amusement park. All food is just a mix of carbs, fat, and protein, so really just about anything. You'll have a much better relationship with food if you can stop yourself from labeling things as good or bad. Popcorn. Just air pop it. Leave off the butter and salt and anything else that makes it taste good, and you'll have a fiber-rich, high antioxidant snack that just tastes like styrofoam. Fat. Everything in moderation is fine, and fat tastes so good. Carbs. Generally, quit hating on carbs. Also, I'd really love for people to stop equating sugar to crack or other highly addictive and destructive drugs. They're not the same. Stop. Chocolate. A plain dark chocolate bar isn't unhealthy at all. Same with a scoop of ice cream. Sweet potato fries aren't that bad if they're not drenched in salt and dipped in mayo. Any junk food that you've made at home, like pizza or stuff you've baked yourself, is pretty okay. I think the bigger problem is that this shit tastes so good that it's hard to limit the portion. You should be able to have a small treat every day, but most people have trouble with the small part. I know I do. Butter, heroin, red meat. Dark chocolate is actually really good for you. Chocolate, popcorn, great source of fiber. Go slow on the butter and salt. Makes me poop like a camel. Chicken nuggets, when my mom make them. Chocolate. If you cut out the large soda, fast food from a strictly caloric standpoint isn't that bad. If you ate a small lunch and had a Big Mac and fries, you'd be totally fine. Cheese. All kinds of cheese. To be honest, anything, as long as you don't eat too much of it. Bread, lard and tallow. Mostly monounsaturated fat, high in the healthy fat stearic acid, and probably even better for you if sourced carefully. Popcorn can actually be really healthy. Smart Pop is high in fiber and doesn't have a ton of calories. Brown potatoes. They are an excellent source of good carbs, almost on par with brown rice.